Lucas County Engineer's Office answered questions from the community on 10 Mile Creek and the watershed cleanup. Fulton and Lucas counties will be charging its residents for that cleanup. The engineer's office says this is important to prevent flooding, but those living in the cities of Sylvania, Toledo, and the village of Ottawa Hills, those towns will pick up the bill. So now this might sound similar to the Swan Creek watershed cleanup petition. We reported on that earlier this week.
And people have a lot of questions, some wondering if they'll have to cough up thousands of dollars for this county project. Andre Norrells joins us in the Satellite Center with this verified tonight. Andre.
Well, Jeff and Kaylee, the engineer's office has been trying to clear things up for people at its community sessions. There's been confusion on how much people need to pay and who need to pay it. Tonight, we verify. The Lucas County Engineer's Office wants to make sure residents in Lucas, Fulton, and Henry counties know about future watershed work. The office says it needs to be done to prevent flooding and is a project that'll cost residents.
I do not have any flooding. I do not have any ditches. I've asked the question, why?
A lot of people had the same question. If you don't have a ditch on your property, do you have to pay for the cleanup? Let's verify. Our source is the Lucas County Engineer, Mike Panuski.
It's very important to keep our drainage infrastructure maintained, because if we don't, it's just going to result in more flooding, more damages from log jams, a lot of impacts to our community.
Panuski says when it rains, some of the water that lands in Fulton, Henry, and Lucas counties end up in either Swan Creek or 10 Mile Creek.
So if you don't necessarily have a ditch on your property, your water is used by the ditch. So just like any other utility, if you make use of it, you have a responsibility to share in the costs of maintaining it.
So yes, if you don't have a ditch on your property, you still have to pay. Another question people are asking is how much will they have to pay? People received white cards in the mail with several figures.
And I got this first notice for $19,000 2 weeks ago, and then last week I got this one for $23,000 as a correction.
He thinks he has to pay the number in the last column, the maintenance base. We verify if people will have to pay that amount.
The maintenance base is a number that we use to proportion out what people's assessments are. So no one will ever get assessed the maintenance base.
He says it's the number in the second column, the estimated first-year assessment that people will have to pay per year. And it averages anywhere from $10 to $30 an acre, depending on an individual's property. So no, you won't have to pay the maintenance base. These petitions will still need to be approved by the joint board of Fulton, Lucas, and Henry County Commissioners. But we've learned Panuski wants a delay on the decision on the Swan Creek joint petition until July of next year. They want more time to educate the public. We expect to vote on that delay August 6th. I should mention there are answers to a lot of other questions on the engineer's website. You can find a link to that information on WTWL.com under our links mentioned page. Reporting in the Satellite Center, Andre Norrells, WTWL 11.